So, is everybody good to play City of the Great Machine?
Yes.
Sure.
All right, let's get it going.
Who is this game by?
It is by
Oh, it's up
Crow Games.
Yeah, but
Well, it's designed by Ermin Tikhamarov.
Nice. That was better than I would have done.
Nice. I got German tinker.
Well, it's pronounced. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced wrong.
I'm going to go with yes. Sure. All right.
And since we're doing the competitive version, we're not using all the components.
Correct.
Right. So,
the rule book.
they ought to show on the cover, but I guess they don't. Which one is which?
All
Yeah,
right.
this is the rule book. And that's the reference guide, and they're both in. Yeah, it's an odd.
You won't need the reference guide. I'm playing the Great Machine. I won't.
Okay, gotcha.
We need the major districts and the minor districts.
That's these.
We need it's just 4 and 5. All right. Hero cards. All right. So the city, place the district tiles according to the following. They may be placed horizontally or vertically. Must be connected at least to 2 other districts. You're just going to go with it, huh? Or is there a specific layout?
There is not a specific layout, so.
You're just designing it because you're the great machine?
Yeah, but they move around, so this won't be posted in the game.
Your city may look like this. Shuffle the famous citizen tokens while keeping them face down.
It says, wait a minute, does it say each must be connected to 2 different others?
Each district to at least 2 other districts.
Okay, so this is not legal and this is not legal.
Correct. But if you just shift it, now it's legal.
No, that's legal. And then,
yeah.
So that followed all of the rules.
It does. I don't know if having majors and minors connected matter, but
okay.
I mean here they have their 3 majors kind of
the citizens. Okay.
Let's get shuffled.
And what's next on?
All right, so we're shuffling the famous citizen tokens, and then there'll be 4 citizens on each minor district, as well as 1 citizen in the Grand Tower of Law and Control Nexus.
Gotcha. Okay, Control Nexus and
Tower of Law.
Okay, gotcha.
What about Grand Central? Did you say Grand Central?
1 citizen in Grand Citadel, Tower of Law, and Control Nexus.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
everyone else gets 4.
Okay. And then these have 4, and this has apparently none.
Place 2 guard figures in any of the smaller squares on the left of each district tile.
Okay.
After that, all 18 should be in the city. Placing famous citizens and guards is the longest part of the setup process.
Okay, fair.
All players are encouraged to work together to complete it. I don't know how I feel about that.
No.
So they
work together
they
a
go
little bit.
sideways.
And
One
go
there.
on the blue.
Where the corner is that non-green. Yeah.
And then these get.
That makes sense, yeah, with the non-green corner showing. Green corner shows identified. When they're identified, can we remind ourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
Secretly.
You guys look at them at any point at that time, because basically it's information you have, and then you're not required to memorize it.
Gotcha.
I don't think any start here. Wasn't it?
I think he's. Yeah, that's the major place. It doesn't start there.
None. Okay, gotcha.
They go 4 in the minors, which are the round corners. Well, they're all round, but the more round.
The bronzy versus the silvery.
Oh, gotcha.
And then there's one here, and here, but not any in the central square.
So it should be 27.
Well, but it says there will be 4 citizens in each minor district and on the central square.
And on
the central square. There you go.
Oh,
there you go.
I missed that. Okay.
So is it true that
One more there.
Okay, cool.
And then it looks like there's three start arrested, which you can send over this way. They're pre-arrested by me.
Pre-arrested. Put the remaining 3 citizen tokens face down near the districts or next to the progress board. They're considered arrested.
Yeah, they're pre-arrested.
All right. Choose your roles. The game is set in conflict with 3 servants controlled by the Great Machine and 3 heroes controlled by revolutionary players. The other player, one player takes the role of the Great Machine. So theoretically, we control 3 revolutionaries. 1 controls 2, and 1 controls 1.
Okay.
But we could probably figure that out.
Yeah.
You can split one between because
yeah,
all your information is you don't have private information from each other.
Right. Yeah, and we could fully share, or we could alternate turn-wise or whatever. Like
you have 2 reference cards apiece.
Gotcha. Okay, hero actions.
1 and 2.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm going to keep the hero actions card just so I know what you guys are capable of. I did not see a Great Machine card, so.
All right, it's telling us to start at 3.
Because of our number of players?
No, it says for your first game point, the master plan pointer to 3 on the master plan. Subsequent games pointed to 2. When an experienced Great Machine plays against the novice revolutionaries, pointed to 1, or if the opposite is true, point to 3. So
we're just doing the first game.
Gotcha. Just do it at 3. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Starting position of the discontent pointer is determined by the number of revolutionaries and is marked on the track with 1, 2, or 3 people. So 3 revolutionaries.
Is that considered by the number of players or number of characters?
Number of characters.
Okay.
But we're playing. I think we're the revolutionaries.
We are the revolutionaries.
So that you have 2, so it's the number of players, right?
Oh, yeah, I guess it is the number of players. By the number of revolutionaries. The icon, I don't quite understand.
Well, in the setup,
we're the revolutionaries and we're controlling heroes.
Yeah, so you're 2 revolutionaries
with 3 heroes.
With 3 heroes.
All right, so start the discontent pointer. That's this. On the like that. Is that what we're doing?
I'm trying to track with the icons of 1, 2, or 3 people.
This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No?
I don't think it would go that high. I mean, because it says it should be marked with 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, here's the thing over here. This is how to play it too. The master point district does not move.
So this is at 3 because that was the initial game. And then this goes where?
It says, determined by the number of revolutionaries, it is marked on the track with icons of 1, 2, or 3 people. And this is, here's the thing, it should be these images.
Oh.
There's a guy.
Oh, okay, like busts.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, that's all it is.
So we use
where
there
too. Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right, that's the progress board. We've chosen our roles. I don't know how
I don't think
we
so.
choose our roles, but we'll come back to it. Take the city event cards, do these steps in the following order. Find the special city event card, the countdown, and put it face down next to the progress board. Is that this?
Yep.
Separate the remaining cards into 2 stacks according to their back. City event 1, city event 2. Should be 10 cards in each stack. Shuffle the stack separately. Take 6 cards from the city event 2. Place them face down on the countdown card.
I've got, I don't know, are those the right things or are those for, these are the small ones. Are the small ones used for the solo and cooperative? You might be getting a big one for competitive.
Reference cards are large with pictures on them.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So here's
Gotcha.
here's you
It
guys.
says 6 Revolutionary. Oh, that's the Great Machine
Oh.
reference cards.
Oh yeah, and then these are what were you?
And these are for us. Yes.
And
Oh,
it does
oh.
say 2 per player, so yeah, it's 2
Okay,
per.
so I don't get these because that's for a third Revolutionary
Right.
player.
And
But
you
I
should
get-
have 2 reference cards. One which has pictures on it. Okay. All right. Do you have the city 2? Give me the city 2, and I'll have Garrett handle this part.
Okay.
Shuffle those, Garrett.
6 come out and then
6 come out.
And then of the heroes, you're going to select 3 of these. These are my servants, I believe. You're going to select 3 heroes from here. Gotcha. And then I'm just not sure what these reference cards are for.
Are we randomly selecting, or are we?
You do it as you like.
Alright, so
6.
And it goes on top of the countdown.
Yeah.
This go back to the box.
I think actually yeah, no. That, okay. All right, and then
All right, this is the Great Machines preparation. Take
Yep.
the 3 servant miniatures, place them in the Grand Citadel District.
okay, that's the dark gray news.
That makes sense. Take the directive deck, shuffle it, place it face down nearby.
You said Grand Central?
Yep.
I will shuffle this, place it nearby.
No, that's a
Cool.
Central Square. Grand Citadel.
Oh, Grand Citadel.
Shuffle, place down. Take 3 raid tokens and the Great Machine reference cards. The raid tokens are the, I believe, red. They're the ones with the.
Yeah, but can we go back to? I've got like a lot of these big reference cards.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Okay.
And so it goes in an order, so.
Okay. So you want these?
Mhm.
We will need the dice. So these
You
are
want
raid.
3 raid tokens.
3 raid tokens, sure.
Okay. And then you want 3 servant order tokens.
Oh, I'm sorry. These are the raid tokens. Those are raid tokens.
Yeah.
One. Do what now?
3 servant order tokens.
That's these. Got it.
Okay. They're just to mark when your servants take an action, so you want to put them above each one, and it's optional, but you can flip it to tell yourself that you've completed their action.
Okay. Got it.
So I'm assuming a color side up means that they're
Good
not,
to go. And
yeah. Servants lose their real names upon being adopted as the loyal tools of the Great Machine. Now they are referred to as Lex Hectate, Judgmentor, and Phantasmer from left to right, which is the lady, the top hat, and then
Yeah.
on this. In the base game, there is no gameplay difference between the servants other than their portraits on the order tokens and the miniatures. This helps keep track of which servants have already taken action.
Oh, gotcha.
Is there a different version where they're asymmetric?
I don't know because I haven't read ahead.
Sure. Go ahead.
From this moment on, the Great Machine player is to be addressed only as the Great Machine. It has no other name.
True.
Okay. Revolutionaries. Choose a hero and take your miniature hero card. Place your hero in the district that has the same icon. Take all 9 access cards with the portrait of your hero on their backs. Randomly discard 1 access card and place it next to the progress board face down. You and other revolutionaries, anytime they look at what this card is, the Great Machine may not. So you should have, that's what a lot of those cards are going to be.
Or the access card fight character.
Yeah. You got any information over there on what? I'll let you just pick 3.
Yeah, cool. They all seem to be good, but I think these are the 3 that I'm leaning towards.
Okay.
If you want to double.
And here is the, I'll just stress you. We may find a way to just interchange a little easier than what they. All right, so we need to again get the access cards for each one of those.
Gotcha. The deck for each of these.
I'll make a currency pile down there once we get some of those cards out of the way.
All right, discarded access cards are called forfeited access cards. A forfeited access card is always placed face down. For now, there will be 1 forfeited access card per hero.
Okay, so you found the menus.
Yes.
Okay, grab their respective decks, shuffle, and remove card.
Those can go back, or
Yeah. Not these menus.
same with those.
Yeah, we won't.
Those are the
refund
extra.
those.
This and
All right. So these are the unused and the unused there. All right. Take 2 revolutionary reference cards. From this moment on, each revolutionary is called either revolutionary or by their hero's name in gameplay time. The player and the hero are one and the same. Place 3 riot tokens, the assault die, and the escape die, and bond trust tokens within reach of the players. Bond trusts belong to the common reserve. And then finally, let the struggle begin.
Don't I start with a number of bond tokens? I thought I did.
It doesn't say that.
You sure?
I think it just. I'll go back to the.
Okay, because I thought I started with a number of bond.
This is the order that it is. Take 3 servant miniatures. Take the directive deck, place it face down. Take 3 raid tokens and the Great Machine reference cards.
Now, the Great Machine reference cards, are that these cards or these cards?
No, that's those. What is that?
That's what
What does it say?
This heroes and the Great Machine, the heroes, the Great
I think
Machine.
those are part of your.
Heroes, the Great Machine. But they got different icons in the corner, so that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Those icons look like the icons from the solo and cooperative version. But I can look that up over here if you'd like.
Yeah, because I just don't want those cards.
Let me see those. Hand me one of the cards.
Oh, okay.
Just so I can compare it. These are the reference cards for the solo and cooperative.
Got it. Okay. Good enough. Okay. So then, now actually hand me the card not in play.
They go up here,
Oh, gotcha.
all three.
Yeah.
But
You guys can peek. I cannot peek.
Well, also not knowing what's in the deck, I don't know that knowing what's not.
Yes.
Well, it's going to
Yes.
be one each for each of these districts. That's what it's
Oh,
going to be.
gotcha. Okay.
So this is a district that these guys cannot go to.
Okay, understandable. Okay.
But if I detain you, one of my options is I can take another access card from you. So I could, over the course of the game, keep limiting your options.
Gotcha.
You can in that narrow. So.
I don't see anything in here about trust or bonds per player or anything.
Okay.
If I'm wrong on that.
Okay.
In the picture, it doesn't show.
Yeah, I thought in the video that was one of the very first things he said.
It just has it nearby.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's all good.
So for even in the opening phase, I'm a little curious about that each citizen provides you one trust, except for revealed and active. They give you 2 or 0 if they're good or a traitor. However, 2 or 3 heroes in the same district must share trust. So are we only getting from the ones in the district we're in?
Well,
right. Not global.
Your guys start in a district per the symbol on
Gotcha.
your card. So find your starting district.
The it's simple there. Cool.
So theater.
Arts is up here.
Cool. Money bag. Commerce.
Okay, so you're all 4 of your heroes are starting with 4 trust apiece. In a future round, if 2 of you were here, you'd have 4 trust divided by 2. They'd each get 2.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So it's the income from the
district. 3, so we can play a 4th person.
Well, yeah, that's okay.
I'll take a 4th one.
So go ahead and take your trust. So it's 4 each, 4 for each character.
Is it not related to this for the starting characters?
Okay, look, first opening phase is the reveal the card.
But before the opening phase is part of setup.
No, that's the max you can hold.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Maximum trust. This is hero may have. Excess trust may be must be immediately.
Okay. So for this city event 1 is join our side. At the end of this round only, each hero in a minor district, that's one of the copper districts, may identify 1 famous citizen in that district for no cost, if not detained. So if you're not detained, then you can do that. The master plan advances at the end of this round, if the great machine, or during this round, if the great machine forced a detained hero to forfeit an access card during this round. So if I detain you and make you forfeit an access card, I can advance my plans.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is still part of the opening phase. Receive trust and bonds. The amount of bonds the great machine depends on its current stage of disconsent. The great machine receives 6 bond in the first round, and then disconsent is at 0. Where is that? How do we know that? Oh, this is 0. This is the discontent.
So as our discontent goes up, it'll more income to try to counter it.
Okay, so that's where I thought I started with, and that's where it goes. That's coming from. Okay.
All right. The great machine can hold an unlimited number of bonds.
Yep.
Each famous citizen provides 1 trust to the hero or heroes in the current district. The trust provided must be shared among the heroes. Okay.
Right.
And
so
4 each. Okay. And if it's revealed, they provide 2 trusts instead of 1. Okay. now we are on to the access
So
space.
for I'm gonna have to remember I received 6 minus what it was.
No, I think it's gonna add. It's gonna go up.
My bonds are gonna go
It's
up.
up here. Yeah. Here's the thing at the top.
That's how many bonds I get?
Yes.
I get more bonds and more discontent bonds?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what it says.
Oh,
As play continues, it moves to higher. The great machine will receive even more bonds.
oh, okay. So I get more bonds than
In the
bonds.
opening phase. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
But you still want discontent to go up because that is gonna help you do
Right.
revolts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Each hero chooses which district they'll move to. They may stay in their current district or move to a different one.
You just choose an access card at this time.
You place it face down on the table in front of them. District shown. All right. And then, all right. So, can we crosstalk this thing? Is that
If you talk, I get to hear your talk.
yes?
But you can
So we
guys can show each
individually
other.
Look at things.
You can
but-
show each other access cards without
Gotcha.
showing me. But any talking,
Well,
you
I mean,
can
there's like some general concepts here that we should think about.
Yeah.
And the general concept is that he has to move. He needs 2 bonds per space to move.
And we need, our cost is based on the number of guards, right?
Yeah, you pay equal to the number of guards of the space you're leaving.
Which right now is going to be 2.
Yeah, but like if you were trying to get from here to here, it's going to cost you 4 because it's 2 to leave here and 2 to leave here.
Right.
Okay.
And his situation is this: to get from here to here or wherever, it's going to cost 4. He's got 6 bonds. So that is something to know.
Mm-hmm.
Our thought is he going to come after one full force and leave one behind?
I can move guards for 1 bond per district, so I can move a guard and pay 1 bond per
Gotcha.
district.
Which will
My
make it-
servants cost me 2 per district.
But we're going to be moving first, or you're going to decide what we're going to decide what to
we're
do.
Picking first.
And
You're
then
picking your access
yeah.
phase.
And then you're going to do some actions, which is going to change what it costs for us to do things.
And could we read each other our actions just so we know what you're capable of doing? Because I'd imagine that repairing
Okay.
is probably something. Ours is basically like the video. Identify famous citizens. It costs. What is that symbol? It's either influence or
I think that's the trust of it.
or I'm sorry, trust or something like. Oh, it's trust per. That's what it is. Okay, trust per citizen. Okay, gotcha.
Per guard.
Per guard. Okay, gotcha. Okay, join the identified citizen. Yeah, okay. Move famous citizens. Cost 1
Trust per
district. Attack a guard. We can start a riot. We can gain trust. And that's just collecting 1. The special actions in major districts in the Grand Citadel. We can discard 1 directive from the Great Machine's hand. Return 1 arrested citizen to any district as identified. Tower of Law, cancel 1 published directive for any hero retrieves 1 forfeited access card. Control Nexus, reposition any district, or any hero receives 3 trust for free. Or Central Square, increase discontent by the number of famous citizens in the Central Square, minus the number of guards.
Now you also skipped over incitement action.
Oh, yes. Incitement may be taken in a minor district, increase discontent by 1.
And that costs.
Oh
trust
yeah,
per guard.
trust per guard. Nice. Okay.
Okay. So, and then there's a cost for special hero actions in major districts. It shows me here a cost.
Gotcha. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 trust per guard. That's what it looks like for most of these.
Okay. Okay. For me, what I'm going to be able to do, aside from movement, which we covered, is servant actions, which get to. Servant actions cost 2 bonds except for the central square, which is free. So central square, here I can do servant actions for free. Each servant may take 1 action in their current district and cannot move afterwards. So I have to move first, and then where I end up, that's where I can take 1 action. Standard servant actions may be taken in any district. Raid action. Place a raid token. Any hero ending their movement in that district will be detained. Repair action. Put 1 broken guard figure right up. The guards are mechanized. So they're broken and then repaired. Arrest action. Arrest 1 revealed and active citizen. So they have to be both revealed and active. Right now, the only
the ones would be active.
only she's active. But then if this moves to here, then he will be active as well.
Okay.
No, this is us.
I think it's
You're just trying to move this to the.
Oh, okay. So there's no active citizen.
Oh,
Yes.
gotcha.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Special servant actions in major districts. Grand Citadel, I can withdraw a directive card. Tower of Law, I can publish a directive from my hand. There cannot be more than 3 directives published. Control Nexus, reposition a district. Central Square, receive 1 bond for each famous citizen in the Central Square minus the number of guards. And then detainment is just something that happens. The heroes detained while moving place their figure in the destination district. So in other words, you will reveal your access card, and as you're trying to get there, if you're detained along the way, we will move your figure to where your destination district was, but you are detained. Gotcha. In any case, when a hero is detained, advance the master plan by 1 or in this hero's turn and either take their trust as bonds or make them forfeit their access card. I have incentivized this from making forfeit their access card.
Yes.
Okay. And then, but I have this, she can take a district, arrest an active citizen, these have the same actions, but they're in different orders. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you from reference, can you just look at the action order and see what this means? It might be that they were saying in the base game, don't pay attention to any of this and just treat all of the servants as the same, but this I think needs to be different.
Yeah.
Because he's also got they've got different detained.
It does. It says each servant can only take 1 action per round.
Okay.
So it's not an order.
Right, but literally these have different action orders, so I want to know the significance of that and the significance of these having different detainment effects.
What's the instructions for that? It's not in this reference thing that I can see.
It's not in the reference.
Not that I found yet.
Okay.
We need to know, does it have on here what the special? Yeah, so here are the special actions for the major places.
Right.
Standard actions are here.
Yeah.
And special actions.
2 cards of double sided.
So we've got all 4 there.
Yes. this is just about the repositioning.
Yeah,
Basically,
which you
what we
have to
already know.
use here.
Mhm, yeah,
That's
control mix.
that's what does that. One, two, three. Yeah, all four of them are here. Right, and we could do either one of these
Mhm.
if we're in those spaces.
Oh, wait a minute. Where are the rules for solo and cooperative play? I'm guessing that this might be the robot.
Oh, okay, that could be it.
This might be the game robot.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is happening. It's saying she's going to attempt to do this in this order. He's going to attempt to do this in this order. He's going to do this in this order. And when if they do detain, this is what they're doing. If they succeed in detain. I'm guessing this is all if the automaton. We can just get going. I'll just assume that's the case.
And for the riot, or not the riots, for the raids, if you raid
Yes,
a
you are
place,
correct because it says each servant has their own action priority order indicated on their card.
Gotcha.
A servant takes the first action of available action in descending order of priority.
Okay.
So that's
That's the automaton.
That's the automaton.
So I just ignore all of that and go with this. Got
Just
it.
choose.
For the raids, do they only affect us if that's the district that we land in, or if we travel through as well?
If you land.
Okay.
You can get detained along the way if you run out of trust while moving.
Okay.
So you pick an access card, but then I might move some guards around.
Right. So it
And
might
if
be
I
more
put guards
expensive.
in your way and make it more expensive,
Gotcha.
then you might get stuck. In which case you'll just get teleported to your destination, but you'll be detained regardless.
Gotcha.
Even if there wasn't a raid.
So objectively, we're trying not to get detained
And I'm trying to detain.
in this
And
round
we're
because
trying
this will advance.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Bonus.
as a bonus, if we end up in one of these places here, we can flip over.
In one of the minors, in one of the bronze
That's what I
ones.
just said.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You may identify a famous citizen.
All right, so we need to decide where to go.
And I should also read off their specials, especially hers. Part of the reason that I picked her was you'll find out CrowD's favorite. When you are detained in a raid, discontent either increases by 2 if the great machine chooses to finish your turn, or you receive 2 trust if it advances the master plan. So we at least get a benefit if she gets detained.
That's
so
her closest to
exactly,
everybody.
exactly. So we can use that as
Yeah, let's let her get
play
detained
chicken.
because then we're better off.
Yeah, tell me where you're going with all of your characters.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna let her get detained.
And then the physician medical inspection. As an action, you may move one famous citizen from a connected district to your district and identify them. This costs you no trust. So it does take an action, but it's an additional thing. And then I picked him based on his name anyways. I mean, this guy's Mufasa anyways. But Coolum McDougal.
Yeah.
Can't say no to this guy. Lightning fast reflexes. You may take 2 different actions instead of 1 as long as you don't start a riot and your first action is not gain trust. So I guess the second action could still be gain trust, but no riots if he takes 2. And then they had some other options like, one doesn't pay for leaving guards or things like that.
His cards. Just put them together.
Yeah, Don actually should just get a whole character.
Exactly. Exactly. How about we share Vega?
Yeah, go ahead and pick an access card for each of them. And when you're face down, I will do things. And your heroes activate in initiative order, which is the number on their card.
That's what I was thinking.
Dawn. It's going to go from Dawn over to Garrett in that order. 2, 3, 9. Is that what that says?
It is 9.
Is that fair, you think?
I think so.
Okay.
And then if you want to pick one for her as well, I'm good with that.
Might be okay with.
Either way,
Okay.
if she stays there, I'll just put a, well, you have to pick a card regardless.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're telling me she's going to stay there, I'll just wait there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we win. Get bonus, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I get to also do it then.
Right, right.
Yeah, I think we just do that.
Cool.
All right.
I get like that.
Oh no, I've already accidentally
Broken guards.
And I'm going near the position.
Right.
Cool. All right. We're set.
Okay, you guys have locked in. Okay, I will do one actions.
Guess the cards could go there.
Yeah, I think they kind of like in this picture they went under.
Gotcha. Oh, I was thinking their decks.
Yeah. Oh, the decks. Yeah. Yeah, he did like that thing like that, but I don't. I also wonder if that would have been an interesting choice for someone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much like Michael wants to have in reserve.
Right. Yeah, we don't know how much he's planning on
Like I don't know
spending.
his tendencies to like spend it all or hoard a little or
Right, right.
But I also forget that you can move guards if you choose.
Yeah, I can.
But he'll spend his
It
block.
costs, yeah.
That might be to our advantage when we try to raise our prices.
Right.
We can.
But if it's too costly, we could get this or
Yes.
yeah, we could.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're going to gain money. Possibly.
This is me hoping that you guys are actually moving and more people to
Nice.
That is harsh.
So now I've done all of my, now you just review an initiative order. So him first. So where's he going?
Moving to the industrial district, so that costs 4.
Ooh, but I moved them all out of there, so 4 exactly, and he makes it shit. I should,
Because it's 1 per, not 2 per, right?
yeah, I should have taken them out of here. Because I knew you wanted to end in bronze. Okay. Next one. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you do that, and then you moved, and now you do your action.
Oh, okay.
And he gets 2 actions if you
But
don't do
you
it
can
right.
afford, and but it's per guard, and there's no guard, so
Okay, so the actions that we have are what?
Is that considered an action on the event? How's that one phrased?
no, it's just if you end.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So you're going to get to do this. I really should pull 2 guards from here to here, not from here to there. But
Yeah.
I screwed that up.
We may identify famous citizens. I mean, cost for each one is based off of the thing. But we can only do one.
Well,
It's just one or more.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can do all 4 of them apparently because I fucked up and left no guards there. Because it's going to be 0, right? It's a cost of 0, right?
Yeah. Why would we not just?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah. So they all rotate.
I fucked up.
And actually, we can look at
We can look at
right?
them now, yes.
Just because that might influence later. Obviously,
None of them are active yet.
Exactly. But at least we'll know what this is.
I really
like.
fucked that up. I should have moved 2 guards. I keep saying it, but it's
Okay. And then,
not backfired on me.
Should I sort these?
No, you don't. You know. Okay, so that was his one action, but you said he gets 2 actions?
yes.
So what's the second action?
He could gain a trust, is a simple one. But
okay, so
You could increase discontent by 1 because it would be cost you 3. That's incitement, right?
yeah, so that's probably what
You can
because
get 1 trust,
we need
or
this
you
to
can
go up, and this
Yeah.
is discontent, and that's each one of these is 1, right?
Yeah.
So I would say we do that.
increase discontent.
Increase discontent.
That sounds good to me.
Which
I
is
thought
what
that.
can be done in the industrial. This, yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't have a special because it's right. So now we go to her.
Yes, she's number 3. The control nexus. So she has to pay 4 to leave. And she'll travel to the control.
Why are you going to the control nexus? You guys are going wrong places.
Are we not doing his master plan? Are we going against his master plan?
I don't understand
great machine.
What are you going to do at the control nexus?
So the bonus is she could get 3 trust by being there.
Right.
Or there's also
any
nobody.
any hero can get 3 trust.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Or she could identify that one person there.
You could also reposition a district.
Right. We cannot. Oh, wait, can we? Yeah, because it is per. Yeah, because it is.
Yeah,
guard.
like-
okay, that's true.
We've gone to all these places, but I don't know that there's any place. See, here's the problem. The only place that right now we can reposition any district to is here and here.
And here.
Well, and here. Yeah, it's the.
Oh
corners,
yeah,
it's the
because it
corners.
does. It can go
And
that
over
way.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it can't go. Oh, it can go
Yeah,
here.
as long as it's touching 2 different ones.
And you can't like you
can't
could
take one
take
from
this. You could take this out because it doesn't break the city in half.
I don't think we can. Was there a
Well, I don't know if we're ready for that yet. Anyway.
Only one
I thought I saw
with
something
at least
against
1
that.
free. Oh, it has to have a free side, and this doesn't have.
Okay, that gotcha. Yeah, that's what it was.
We could move the arts district if we wanted to. Wait a minute.
That's true.
Can I look at his destination?
Yeah.
I fucked up.
So moving a location
I guess we couldn't
moves.
We couldn't move the arts district because it would mean that the central nexus would only be connected to one.
True.
Oh, no, it needs to all of them. So we can't move anything at any point except for
It has to
except
be
for
kind of
this
the
one or this one.
outsides. I think
Or that one.
we have 4 outside options at the moment.
Okay.
But I think
I was just thinking like we could move guards further away from.
true. I do like that idea. But so
This is
one,
movable, but we don't necessarily want to do that.
Well, you can't
it
do
would- it
this
would-
because
it would
then this.
leave the tower of law.
Oh yeah.
But I think this is the one with guards on it that can be moved. It's only got 2 guards.
But it's only got 2 guards, and
Revealing the 1 is an option. Can't increase discontent.
I'd say we take the money.
Sounds good.
Don't you?
Yeah.
And give it to you.
Yeah. Any of them should be able to hold it.
I think we're gonna give
Except-
it.
At what point does it?
Oh, it's the max. What's his max?
6. At what point does the max apply? Like any given
Yeah.
time? Or is that
Yeah,
an
yeah. So you
aggregate
could take
round?
2 or you could give 3 to someone else.
Then
Yeah, he gets more actions.
yeah, and we can push him into the military.
So you're done. You're done with her.
hers,
Now,
right.
now
And
him.
then the physician, central square is where it's going. That costs 4.
You almost took those 2. You went back and forth. So.
And raise discontent by the number of famous citizens minus the number of guards. But that can't do it because he
Has no
needs-
money.
Yeah, he needs
Right.
money.
Let me hold on. Let me just look at one thing real quick. The money. Is it? The receive trust.
About it.
It's at the beginning of it's the opening phase.
Is it a question about the max?
Yeah, it's about the max, the timing on it.
Yeah, the max is immediate. You just can never take more than the max.
I think it would be described on the one that labeled this as number 4.
But yeah, my understanding is you just
Which is-
never can take more than the max. You
Yeah.
never hold more than that.
I think that's accurate.
Must
Immediately discarded.
be
Yep.
discarded. Okay.
So I guess in retrospect, it would have been
We could
we
have
could have paid him
paid
2.
him and then lost the 1.
Yeah, but I don't want to take back scenes. We should have thought about that. Well, because Michael wants to take back what he did as well.
I want to take back the entire round.
We'll
No, that's fair.
that'll be a learning experience for us. We'll
Yeah.
try to think ahead about what it costs.
So what actions
but
do you have?
As an extra action, just as his ability, as an action, you may move 1 famous citizen from a connected district to your district and identify them. So we could take like the 1 guy over here from the Tower of Law, or really anywhere, but
Identify them for free.
yes,
You can move them and identify them?
But it doesn't cost you for the guards.
it does not.
It's his special.
This costs you no trust.
Oh, okay.
He's the doctor, so it's a medical inspection.
Sure.
So you can do that instead of one of these.
Exactly.
actions.
He
I
can
would
still
say
do the normal, but
I would say
since
everything
he's
else
broke-
costs.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's broke, so I think
I would do
He
that.
could get 1 trust for free. That doesn't cost anything.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. But I think moving a
Yeah,
person over
because you're about to collect.
and we'll gain some information.
Okay.
All right, so that's the end of that round.
So
Right?
that has to go all the way back.
So then, that was so the closing phase for each failed raid, city event. Okay, then in this round only, and then I didn't get to advance the master plan because I suck. Each hero in a minor district can identify 1 famous citizen in that district for free if not detained. So you can. These are all
done, and the others are not in the minor districts. So.
right. Okay. So that was done.
Oh yeah. I didn't think. I for some reason thought I was going to a minor district, but I didn't use my brain.
We reveal the new city event.
Yeah, when
Concentration.
did the directive cards go out?
When I have to do a thing, I have to draw them from here and then have to go here. And put them
Oh, okay. So it's an
It's a me thing.
Yeah.
It's not an automatic. I debated doing it, and then I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna catch you guys because you're gonna want to move."
Right.
Whatever. I was trying to make it super expensive to leave, so that wherever you went, it was only going to cost you
Oh yeah.
2 more than you had budgeted for.
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna snatch up all 3 of those guys. They won't see this coming. I'll forget all of the special. I didn't do any servant actions. I'll forget all of that shit just to make it so that I can detain 3 of you in the first round, and I was going to be brilliant. And then it worked. Did not work. Okay, concentration of force. During this round only, each servant may take, which is my guy, may take an action 2 bonds to allow the great machine to draw a directive. Nice.
Oh. And is drawing the same as playing, or is that a
No
different action?
See, I could draw from here anyway.
Okay.
So this doesn't even benefit me because I could have done that just by leaving my servant there. I have to move my servant, then take an action in the place. The special action for this one is draw a directive.
Gotcha.
So it's basic, but this is take an action. So this is I can move him then draw or just not move him. It doesn't.
Well, I guess it would save you the bonds at least, because before you would have had to move out and then take action, right?
No, I don't. Without this, I could just stay here and do my action.
Oh, okay.
For 2 bonds,
Okay.
Draw a directive.
Gotcha.
This lets me spend 2 bonds to take a directive.
Oh, I getcha.
It's master plan advances if all servants are in the same district at round's end. So I'm incentivized to keep them together.
Okay, and we can't split them up, so we can't attack those servants. So
Go ahead
I feel like his master plan is going to advance by 1 at this turn.
I think you guys get your access cards back. I think you get the same.
That's what I was about to.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, you don't have to go through all of them. So you just get them back unless I detain you and can take it from you.
Gotcha. If you detain, is it the one that we've chosen? Okay.
Yeah.
But we can gain these back.
That's true. Yeah, we do have
certain activities.
Yeah, and same thing with those arrested guys.
I'm sucking.
I think as part of our
we get our income.
We get the income. Yeah.
All right.
I get 6,
and each of ours gets 4, 1, and 5.
No.
Right?
He gets 8 technically, but only can go to 7. So he goes up to 7.
I was wondering what's the difference. I thought that.
Oh, wait a minute.
I think that might be.
No,
reveal
has flipped over. You're correct.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
You're correct. So it's 1 per. So that's 4.
That is not revealed. That is
identified.
Identified.
Right. And I guess that's something that we should have thought about as well, is that she wouldn't have as much of an income.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I think we misplayed that, and that was very much on me.
Yeah.
Suggesting, he has lots of action, let's play him.
Yeah.
But he's got 7, so he's full at least.
Okay.
And he's close to full. This.
Take your cards.
Yeah. Let's divide his guys somehow. Let's trick the great machine into dividing and conquering.
How do we do that? All right.
I like it. I'm thinking with the doctor.
Yeah.
It is, but with the doctor. Mm,
So these actions are different than these actions.
They're the same. It just doesn't show the costs. Like if we look at one of the what do they call it? Minor districts. All the minor districts, they're like
Oh, right.
bronze
So
versus green or
yeah,
whatever.
so you still have to pay
The downside is it doesn't show the cost.
Right.
But there is the cost. Oh, it actually does. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
And then for the major districts, it does as well. Shows the cost.
Yeah.
But that's what. Yeah, they're literally the same for all the characters. It's just it's a nice. I like that it's listed multiple times.
I wonder if either what you said or
yeah.
no, not that. Let me see.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. I like it. I like it.
Maybe,
Maybe if it works out.
but if you
it's good potential.
if you go here, you could do this, and then we restart over.
Yeah.
I think it's a net.
I'm good either way.
This
and I'm good if you.
This can't happen at all on any place.
Right.
So I think based off of that, that's our best option.
I like it. Yeah.
Because
I like it.
other ways you risk.
We're locked in.
Even though I think you've identified the risk, I'm still going to spend 2. There, and then I'm sure you've chosen to stay there. My servants are not moving. They're each going to, before I look at these, let me look at my other options. Problem is everything's so expensive for me.
Right.
It's 2 to move, it's 2 to do an action, and everything's just so expensive. A lot more expensive for me than it is for you guys.
Yeah, but you're about to start making some money.
I think that I think that's built in so that way you're
early on, it's hard for you to do.
Yeah.
And then as it goes along, you're going to get like
increasing.
Okay.
With our
I'm going to spend this, I get to draw these, I get to look at them, but they're not in play yet. Because that gives me options for what I might want to put in play next round. So now that's me, so go ahead and you guys do you.
All right, so
Number two.
Cool
McDouglas. Why did I say McDougal? Oh, Cool
He's
McDouglas.
moving to. Oh, he's staying where he is.
He is staying where he is.
And he is going to.
Oh, no, he's not.
He's moving there. Yeah, he's moving to where that person is. For free. Right. And then we will raise the discontent by the number of favored citizens minus the number of cards.
He has to pay 2 because of that. Yep. Which he has. And then he'll do that action, so it'll be raised by 3.
So 1, 2, 3.
And then he gets.
Which gives him more money.
Right. And he gets 1 more action. It can't be a riot because obviously he can't do a riot if he does 2. Or he's missed the opportunity. or, but he can gain a trust now. That's not his first action. But I don't think that's a good option.
You can take two different as long as you don't start a riot and your first action is not gain a trust, right? Yeah, we could just do that.
I don't think he needs to gain trust. That would.
No, that'd be
he's gonna
useless because he's going to gain money
income.
back.
He could, he's got money. Theoretically, he needs to only keep 3.
Yeah.
He could spend a couple more, and we could try attacking a guard, maybe. Or.
Oh, yeah,
he's
let's
not
do
in
something.
Or he could move a famous citizen. Like, we know this one if we wanted to move it somewhere else. I guess we also know all. How does the move? Is it only moving from our district? It's not. We can't move to our district. Is that right? It doesn't really say here. If I don't clarify.
Oh, moving a.
I'm guessing. I'm
sure
guessing
it's
it's like
there.
thematically. I think it would have to be our district because that would be like us talking to the citizens and saying like, "Hey, go over there. We're reading up and cause a riot." I think that the different one is the medical inspection where we can move them to our district from a connected
Is that a
district.
standard action or?
It is a standard action.
Yeah, it's
Move
famous
citizen.
citizen. It's the second standard action.
Trust. Move citizens. Trust for each district, a citizen, a hero can move one citizen with this action, may be moved from your hero's current district to any district.
Oh, so it can be for, okay, that's interesting. I mean, I guess it does say 1/3 district, but I didn't think about that. We could send this guy all the way over there if we wanted.
We could
But
send.
I don't know that
We could send that guy over. No.
it would be.
This is a learning game for the Great Machine. The Great Machine is going to lose horribly, but it's a learning game. It's a learning game for the Great Machine here.
I'd like attacking a soldier.
Let's find a guard. How much? What? So there's one that's an auto lose for our purposes. It's the unbeatable defense. Otherwise, does it go up to 3?
It goes up to 4.
Okay. And it's pay.
As much as we want.
Trust.
You pay the trust first, then you roll the die.
And if the die is if we're paying equal to so a 4 would guarantee everything that could be guaranteed.
So there's
Only that
4 and an automatic loss.
Yeah.
2 2s and 2 3s.
I think
So 2 is a minimum. There's no 1 hit.
his income is going to be 5.
Yeah.
His max is 7. I think
I'm
pay 4 just to
Pay all 4? Ooh, okay.
just
You're just trying to break a guard right here.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, nice call. Nice call.
And you break one of my guards, and the Great Machine is not happy.
Is it? It seems happy to me.
No, he's.
It did a.
And that was his
It did a little sigh. It went. It sounded.
Some ram for
It sounded.
It shocked me that you're going to remain in the control nexus.
You did call our bluff, basically, yeah. So that one,
But it's more expensive for her to do some things here,
exactly,
so it limits what you can do.
and she only has 1 coin, so 1 trust. So I don't think she can actually do anything, right? I didn't have a.
She can gain a trust for
She
free.
could gain 3 trusts for free.
No.
Oh,
Any hero
it
receives 3 trusts.
for free.
Action costs no trust.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's why I did that.
That's true.
So I think she should take that money
I think so because her income will.
because her
only be
income
1.
will be 1,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that allows us to get her out no matter what he does.
Right.
Which was my plan.
I like it. Yeah.
Gain her at least travel pay no
Because
matter
of the
what.
cost trust.
Right.
Nicely done.
I don't have enough guards. I need more guards. I need to make these things prohibitively expensive for you guys.
I am surprised that, like, we can break guards and you can fix them, but I'm surprised that, like, we have access to extra and some stuff
You
that
see,
we can
you don't
regain,
pay-
but you don't have extra guards to pull in.
Well, also, here's a thing that I screwed up in my calculation for round 1 was that you are only paying for the district you're leaving. You're not paying for the district you're
Not the
going into.
destination, yeah.
So here was my thinking. It was like, oh, I make these 4. If you go here, it's going to be too expensive because it'll be 4 plus 2 is 6, and you only have 4.
Right.
No, it's only going to cost you 4. You couldn't do anything on the other end.
That's the
I think the theory not to belabor, but I think the theory is if you're spread out, it encourages us to travel longer distances and do, oh, I need this person to get over to there or this person to get over there.
Well,
And
I think that'll also increase as he gets more income. He'll be able to travel further, sort of thing.
and then while you're doing that, I think it wants you to try to detain us.
Go ahead and
Was this a 5-round game? What was he saying about like a 5-round game?
Well, no, I mean there was 6 1s and 6 2s.
Yeah.
So that's like a 12.
It's 12 and
Okay.
then
Yeah, I thought I remembered him saying something about like 5.
No, 5 phases.
5 phases.
of
Gotcha. Okay, cool. That makes a lot more sense.
we need to play.
Yes. So he's moving to the industrial district. He only has to pay 1
now.
And should we run it?
Only if you it
We
exceeds guard, so
know.
you need at least
We need to have at least 1/1
and no traders.
And
So
no
you
traders.
and you see what these are, so you know whether
Yeah.
you're going to
So
succeed or not.
yeah, let's riot, and we don't even have to pay for that, right? Because it costs 1 per guard, and there's no guards there at the moment.
No, starter right costs 1 for each unidentified.
Right. So they have to all be
citizen.
identified, but they're all identified.
All right, so
Then reveal the citizens in the district. Success is active citizens, guards plus traders. Must be greater than guards plus traders.
So that's 1 active citizen.
that'll be our only, but that's okay. That's all we
They
need.
just sort of kind of accidentally came out in order.
Yeah.
You success. You're 1/3 of the way of having 1. This game is not going well for me at all.
I kind of was questioning our 1 versus, to be honest, but that's all right. Again, it's a learning.
Wait, what?
Rather than full co-op.
Gotcha.
Each one of us controlling 1 and let the game do what it's going to do.
You
Gotcha.
trust that the game is better at it than I am.
Yeah, a little bit of that. But also, my incredible acting talents cannot trick the game.
True.
I know the whole time you've been like, what's he gonna do?
I mean, he called
He
her
called
location
1.
at least. Yeah.
But
Okay.
all right,
That's us.
so that is it.
Okay, so here's I did
They are together.
I didn't actually use this because they stayed there, so this didn't matter for me.
Right.
But the master plan advances if all servants are in the same district that rounds in. That is the case.
Yeah.
So congrats me, I have advanced the master plan by. So I'm now to 4 of 12. You are at 1 of 3. I feel like you guys are ahead.
We're both at 33%.
I don't know. I started here and I moved here. So I moved. I needed.
We're both at 1/3. Yeah.
Well, see,
but
because I started here.
Yeah.
12 minus 3 is 9.
That's true.
I did 1/9 of my increments. You did 1/3 of your
That's
increments.
True. Yeah.
I have a thought.
For which character?
We gain income.
A combo. All right.
So I'm now getting 7.
She gets 1.
Yes, she gets 1. He gets
5.
and he can hold that.
And then he's gonna fill up.
Yeah, so he gets 2 more because
That's
all he can hold.
Here's my thought. This. Here.
Okay.
With
yeah, I think
you see the steps we would have to take to
so.
make that happen, right?
I think I'll cooperate.
But the major question is how did we do? Okay, so this needs to be set up first.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that in 1? And then that? Oh no, we would have to have more. Okay. Because to pay for that is
Maybe not this round. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe working towards that though. Maybe taking steps.
or maybe that could happen where it is. Maybe that can happen
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could.
here.
Mm-hmm.
What is an unpublished directive?
These are,
In his hand.
Okay.
why, what are you doing?
Just thinking. Just
No, I mean,
looking at our
you've got a
options.
space that lets you do something with an unpublished directive.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, it's the shoot, which
The
one?
Grand
Grand
Citadel.
It's where your
Your
guys
yeah,
start.
I put the wrong.
We can discard one directive from the Great Machine's hand, or return one arrested citizen to any district as. Yeah, so here,
I meant
here they
here.
did.
That's what I meant.
Oh, I gotcha. That is good too.
I think like money versus any.
Yeah.
Like I think that's a solo adventure.
Yeah.
Could it not be?
Probably. Yeah, I like that.
Let's just try it, because what the hell?
Yeah.
Alright, so how do I get up there? Okay. Why isn't she just?
She could. She very well could.
She could just be rich.
Yeah.
But she can move.
She
This
could
is still so
She could
poor
only
for me.
move one
This
space
still doesn't
right
let
now.
me do anything.
Yeah.
He,
I'm sorry. Could you remind me what that one is?
What?
the new city event.
Oh, did I?
we pull one? We didn't pull one.
No, we didn't. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's why I thought I forgot it.
Because we didn't pull
Win over the judges. At the end of this round only, each hero may retrieve one forfeited access card by discarding as much trust as there are guards in their district.
Okay.
one. Okay.
The master plan advances if the heroes don't prevent it by collectively discarding 5 total trust at round's end. So if you don't pay 5 total trust, I will advance in this.
Interesting. Okay,
Oh.
so maybe, I mean, he's got money, but I might consider moving less.
And there's nothing I can do about that.
It's
Right.
spend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving counts as.
Well, no, you have to
towards
have
that.
5 at the end.
Oh, we have to have 5.
You collectively discarding 5 total trust at round's end. So at the round end, you have to have 5 trust and discarding.
And I guess just to double check the logistics of that, that's separate. Like, so if we don't move at all, we could only pay 0, 1, and 2. Is that correct?
No, we pay. You don't pay to stay.
No, for that event we do, don't we? Because aren't we
right.
paying the judge to get our cards back?
If you want to, each
But-
hero may retrieve 1 forfeited access card by discarding as much trust as there are guards in their district.
And so just logistically, if we did not move, the most we could pay to get all 3 back would be 0, 1, and 2.
No.
So
Because he could move all of his guys.
well, no, but if the state didn't change,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
So like we actually want to be with a few guards,
Yes.
enough for 5 guards total divided by our guys, theoretically.
Yeah.
Or maybe he wants to disperse the guards. And
Who
that,
knows?
Why do you
that'd
want
be
to
okay
be
too.
with 1 guards? I don't understand.
We want to be with 5 guards total, so we can spend enough trust to prevent you from advancing.
Okay.
No.
No, you're totally misunderstanding. At the end of the round, you spend 5 trust that you haven't spent any other way. It's 5 additional
This is what
trust.
we have to do to keep this from moving.
You have to have 5 trust left
It's
over
a
at
separate
the.
paragraph.
Yeah.
You have to have 5
Okay.
trust left over at the end of the round that you have to
Gotcha.
spend. So you have to have 5 trust you don't spend.
It was a
And
separate
then this
paragraph.
one
I thought it was
is
built into
at
the
the end of
Yeah,
this
no.
round. this happened. This
yeah,
can happen.
yeah. No,
Period.
my mistake was I thought that
Trying
was
to
the same
connect.
paragraph,
No.
and I thought
That's why I was confused.
Yeah, it's always at the end of this round only, blah, and then there's a separate, the master plan
The master
advances
plan.
it.
Gotcha. Okay,
Those are
fair.
separate things.
Okay.
So we need to have 5 coins.
Or not.
You're not, yeah.
Just don't.
But the 5
Gotcha.
coins could be collectively.
Yes, it's collected.
So as long as we've got 5 between
Left
the
over
3.
that you spend, yes.
Yeah, cool.
And the thing about it is, if we're moving or not moving, him wanting to move things there for later things may or may not make a difference either.
And the position goes last in our turn order, so I'm just thinking maybe back for setting up for future rounds.
Yes. You want to do that?
For her? Sure. Yeah. All right. I think we're good.
All right. Locked in?
Locked in.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got 7. Oh.
Ooh.
Then 2,
I don't like those guys being out. What can they do to us? They can stop detain us.
If he pays,
How does the detainment happen?
well, I have
If
to pay
he does
for,
the
I have to
raid.
pay to put a,
or the raid.
I have to pay to put a raid.
Oh.
But I have to, if I raid incorrectly, discontent goes up by 1.
We want the discontent to go up.
Mhm.
That's how we learn.
Yeah.
Well, it helps us.
It gives you
The free
more
raid.
citizens that can.
Well, I guess
like-
that's true too, though. We can straight up win if we get this content all the way up as well.
Yeah.
That's a lot of it.
Let's just do that.
Well, he gets a lot of income if we go that route. Let's just riot with 1 people. Let's identify all the 1 citizens and move them around.
I wish
the
these
board.
numbers could change.
Like if we could program in a number, it would be kind of
Okay,
interesting.
I'm gonna pay 2 for that, which gives me 2 back. I'm gonna pay
Sorry, why 2? I thought guards were 1.
1 per. Oh,
He-
from
he-
here
he
to there,
connects.
yeah, it only costs 1. I'm sorry, my bad. Thank you. Thank you for being honest. I was going the wrong way.
I gotcha.
Sure.
he was patrolling, yeah.
And then, I hate that this is free. I mean, you guys can't riot here anymore, but things like you're going to be able to do like stuff for this for free. I don't like that. But okay. So
This. Oh.
and then no, you're trying to psych me out. I know you guys aren't going here.
He's exercising his acting ability.
Yeah, because you don't really have a reason. If you're going to go to
No.
here or here, you would go to here because this is cheaper.
I'm not talking
than
about
that
where
one.
I moved. I'm talking about what I thought I was going to do.
Oh, okay. And then I've got 2 guards over there.
Because I forget. I thought that he was second. That's what I thought was happening.
Oh, I gotcha. For the character, yeah, for our heroes. Gotcha.
Is there a penalty for passing through a space that has a servant on it?
Not that I'm aware.
No. Okay. That was me.
All right.
I will kick myself for not having done a raid, but honestly, I don't think you guys are coming here right now.
All right. He's staying still.
And doing 2 actions.
So I wish I knew how many of each citizen was. Because if this was up 1, I would have just changed it.
Right. Yeah.
And the question is, if there's
Well, he's got money. He can identify.
well, but then I can't do 2 actions.
Right. That's true.
So I can identify them all, but not do this.
I think it'll be a next round sort of thing, but I'm feeding Buffy.
Guards plus 2. Master plan.
That's
one.
yeah, it's a little
bit
bit penalty.
Yeah. So
But
I think
okay.
I think maybe the better thing to do is to do this so that we move that up.
Well, and he can do 2 things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead and do this so that this starts pumping up.
Gotcha.
Because we need this to go up.
Like that, and then what would his second thing be? Identify famous citizens, or break a guard first, and then pump that up.
What does this cost?
1 per guard. So
per
it would cost 2 now if the guard is successfully broken. Like we could spend 4 and still, we could spend 4 to attempt to break a guard.
Right, and then if I fail, I still can spend the 2.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that there's no penalty for failure on attempting to break a guard. like there is a penalty for us if we
lose
attempt
your
to
money.
riot.
You lose the money
Well,
regardless.
that's true. Yeah, but I mean, I think
let's do that.
I think that we should go to prison at that point.
Let's do that. We're going to try to break a guard.
Spend the 4.
And a success. Okay.
But you spent the 4.
I spent the 4, so the 4 is gone. So that cost me that.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to take the second action and I'm going to raise the discontent. It cost me 1 per guard, right?
Yes.
So I only have 1 guard. So now I'm going to raise the discontent by the number of famous citizens minus the number of guards.
So that's 4 now.
Oh,
so that was 1,
2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Damn.
Now you got some more money.
I'm sure that's a great consolation.
What is that?
That's the central
square
action. The hero actions to central square. Increase disconnect by the number of famous citizens in the central square minus the number of guards.
Damn. That sucks.
It does, doesn't it?
Okay, we'll do your next character.
All right. Bless you.
Excuse me.
The arts district is where she is moving. So she's spending 2. And then, so he's got 3 guards there
Okay, so here's where we are at this point. We would need to raise it 3 to get up to the 4th level. He's not going to be able to move any more guards in there unless he saves those guys. I mean, he's going to come in and try and detain me possibly. But that place is a good space for any one of us to get back to and raise the discontent. Even if it's 3 rounds later from now.
Right.
Because that's a great action. I got something sneezing happen, sorry.
So I'm okay with not doing the special action from there, is what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Well, where she is, that's bless you.
Can she try and break a guard?
She can for 3.
What's her special action?
Hers is more of a playing chicken sort of thing. She's the crowd favorite. When you are detained in a raid, discontent either increases by 2 if the great machine chooses to finish your turn, or you receive 2 trust if it advances the master plan.
So we can move her and let her get detained.
Right.
And go up too.
Well, I mean, we can't choose to get her detained. That's just if it happens.
I know,
But, yeah.
but we can use her as bait.
Oh yeah, but her action is something in the arts district right now.
Yeah.
Identify famous citizens would be a little costly. She could identify one of them.
Yeah.
Or she could move them. That's not affected by guards. So,
I see.
So she could move them.
I say she tries to break them. Well, I think we
Okay,
break
with
some.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sure. We'll pay the 3. I want to say fame, but what is the term? Not in
Trust.
Trust.
Oh!
I should not have rolled. All right. Physician's turn. He's staying in the industrial district. So with that, no guards were moved. So the option is either pulling somebody in and identifying them to push them out later, or pushing somebody out now. They can be arrested, of course, but we have a 1 and 2 that are currently usable. We can move 4. That is not. We can move multiple. He can move. I mean, he's got 6 coins at the moment, so he can move all 4 of those citizens.
I mean, it would be nice to get those 2 and 4 to another district, even if we're not going to do anything there. And it would be good to be in a district that has a lot of spaces, like the arts.
Yeah.
Or
commerce.
Or commerce. You can arrest identified.
I think he can arrest. Yeah.
Revealed.
Is it only
revealed and active?
Okay.
You have to be revealed and authorized.
All right, I say this. What if we took a 4 and put it in the nexus? Yes.
Yeah, costs 2. I'm down for that.
He either has to go and get it and spend time, or we can. I mean, we can't do anything with it anyway.
Right, not yet.
I guess the other thing we could have done is just increase the.
Well, I mean, but only by 1.
Right.
I like this idea.
Okay. That's it.
He can do more than 1 though. I mean, because the sending move famous citizens 1 or more. So he can send the other, and he's got 4 coins. I'm thinking sending someone else to Central Nexus. Actually, yeah. I'd like to. Let's get a couple going up here. Let's get a couple going here. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for spending. He started with 6 coins. And he has no money, but he doesn't need to spend anything to get that back.
Okay.
It's
So-
one per space,
Oh,
or is
Except-
it one per thing?
except we need the 5. We need the 5 to spend, otherwise.
No, your turn's done. Your turn's done.
Actually, he doesn't gain anything from it, does he?
He gains a tick towards victory.
Right. But I don't know that that's.
Okay, you like the board position enough to.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
let's
we
do
can
it.
make a run for that. And
Let's do it. So he can spend the 1 where he is and get his card back, right? Is that worth it?
let's look at see what we
And
got
he
here.
can take his back for free.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll take that.
More options. Yeah.
We'll take it.
All right. So yeah, that's us.
All right. I like how you mix those up every time as if he's like looking to know which one you're.
Just so it's not always on the top or bottom.
So
Crazy.
you don't have 5 trust to spend, so this goes up a tick. Thank you guys. The pity.
Bless you.
The pity. Now, I was surprised when you moved the 4s in here instead of moving the 1s and the 2s, but that's to you. I'm sure they're thinking behind it, but whatever. So now, for this round, no one is safe. At the end of this round only, discontent increases by an additional 1 if there was at least 1 failed raid.
Oh.
So, if I fail a raid, discontent will increase by an additional 1 from the raid. But I've yet to raid because I don't know where you guys are going. You're just never going where I expect you to go. Master plan advances, which is a separate paragraph. At least 1 hero chose an access card to a major district during this round.
Ooh. Oh, interesting.
What now?
So if any of you guys, if any of the heroes choose a major district, one of the 4,
Yeah.
then
It
my master
advances
plan
by
advances.
Is it 1 per?
No, it's just 1 per.
Okay.
All right, we get
All
our
right, so
we get our income. So I get 9, and
So
you
we
guys
get to the. I need to get her some money because I would like.
Oh shoot, that was one thing I wasn't thinking about.
Oh.
I wasn't thinking about the income. Oops. That was not part of that was not part of the.
He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
No, he can move.
He can move
People for
unless-
free. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
Unless
he's on a.
some
He's
guards
not on a
move in
major
there.
district, so.
Some guards can move in there, but yeah. So we could either try moving or
It's
not.
5.
I miss. Yeah, that was something I did not calculate.
I'm always 1 short of what I want to do. When I had 7, I needed 8. Now that I have 9, I need 10. I'm short of what I want to do. I'm using it. And you guys let me know when you're programming. It would be better for me if you had to like not just program your movement, but also program your action.
Right.
But you get to do your action after I've done my action. So
Well, yeah, but that's like that allows you to like not die instantly every time.
I'm just saying it'd be better for the great machine.
Okay.
Because right now I'm sucking.
What do you got there? Boy, there's a lot of penalty for detainment. Read all that.
Well, I get one option.
Yeah, but there's also in essence you can create 3 scenarios. I wonder what it's got my nose on.
Well, I haven't been trying to detain guys.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's one of 2 from sub options.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, are you reading something different than?
Nope.
It's like no access. It's either steal an access card or steal our trust, basically.
Right.
It's one of the sub options for.
That's if
If option 2 is selected. Or
Yeah.
whatever,
that allows us, if we still do our turn,
Right.
then those things he can choose one of those 2, right? If he gets a detainment,
Mm-hmm.
I could forfeit your turn and take your shit.
Yes. Or advance the master plan by 1.
Yeah.
Right.
And we do the turn as
yeah.
well.
So if you want that to move up as a detainment,
You still get to.
We're back on the
we
streets
still get to do our thing.
Yeah. But this round, if I fail a raid, this goes up by 1. So I'm being incentivized to do raids this round. Have you guys picked?
Nope.
No. I picked for the position.
I'm kind of 2 minds.
That was a Steve Martin movie. The Man with 2 Brains.
I haven't seen that.
But it wasn't actually his brains. It was his wife. He was a brain surgeon. His wife dies in a car accident, but he salvages her brain, puts her brain in a jar. Then he marries another more attractive younger woman, but she's attractive but kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
So what he wants to do is put his dead wife's brain
into her body,
in his new attractive wife's body.
Jeez. Yep.
But it was also common. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or actually, I'm of those 2. Does any of that look correct?
I like those.
That's going to happen. But do this and risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, risk it for the biscuit.
All right.
You guys are trying to calm me into thinking you're doing shit that you're not actually doing.
We are indeed risking it for the
We're just
biscuit.
trying to figure out how to make you think we're doing something, but we're gonna run away,
We're
or we're
just talking
do
about
something incredible,
biscuits and cornbread.
or we're just figuring out: do you get a biscuit with a sausage, or do you get it with the gravy on it? I can't believe we didn't think about.
Yeah, the no income's kind of rough.
Alrighty.
We're locked in.
You're locked in.
Bless
you. Bless you.
I'm sorry, man. I don't have allergies here, but something has happened today.
Yeah.
So you say.
I mean, I do have allergies, but they've never been triggered here.
Right.
Are you burning a candle anywhere?
No.
Oh, we do the same candles.
Yeah, they are terrible for me.
Gotcha.
But I can tell you what it is. It's not here. I went to the vet,
Yeah.
and it's a foreign animal.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
It's that.
Yeah.
That tracks.
That's exactly. I just realized it because I was like, because Buffy's never given me anything. And I was like, I'm not around any other. Oh, yes, I was. I was at the vet with the remainder of hundreds of dollars. Oh.
This is the cornbread.
Ooh, 2 raids? I put it on a plate, but that's just because the bag is so small. If anybody wants
Oh, wait a minute. No,
to grab from the plate, it's not. I don't intend it to be a personal plate.
That's gonna bite me, but it is. But it is what it is. Okay.
Why? I'm curious why you would not have
Done something.
Well, I mean, we got a guy with no money trapped in the land. My inclination.
No, he can leave for free, so he can
No,
leave to here or
but
there.
if you put a guard there, then you trap him if he leaves.
Right, but I don't necessarily want to trap him here because.
But it's a
They
detainment
wanted to go.
for free.
Hmm?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't want him to stay.
Oh, I just assume because it's a guard detainment, which means you get.
I could have, on the theory that he was going to try to move for free, but I'm figuring you guys are smarter than that
Right.
and anticipate that I'd put a guard for here. So you would not, so you're going to just choose to stay here,
Oh, yeah.
is what I think you're doing.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I've chosen wrong.
No, you choose right. You chose well. We're done.
Maybe he chose it.
Yeah, maybe. All right. He is staying in the central square, which is going to cause your thing to go up, right?
It's according to the master plan.
It is according to the master plan.
Yep. Okay.
But I will have some fail grades.
I am tempted to like.
You would have to pay.
Right?
You have to pay 1, 2, 3. What? You have to pay what? You have to pay 4. You have to pay 8.
I have to pay 5. That was 1.
It's one for each guard.
There's 2 guards there.
1. Oh, for each unidentified citizen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's 4 unidentified citizens, so you have to pay 8.
I
If we
got
wanted, yeah.
Misunderstood
What
how that
what
works.
I think he should do is raise the discontent.
Yeah, we're gonna raise the discontent.
And that costs 2 because there's the 2 guards
Yes.
there.
And that will raise it by 3. I kind of figured that might be a thing we would do.
Brings that up to 4s.
Yeah, you guys are so close to winning.
And then he could do a second action.
Okay, and then
Since he's not right.
I think what we need to do there then is
Does it have to be a second different action, or can we do a second?
It does say different.
take 2 different actions as long as you're not
I
right.
think either attack a guard or identify some citizens.
I think we're gonna identify some citizens.
He could identify 2.
This game is over. I stopped it.
Well, you can identify 4,
No.
1 for each citizen.
Oh no! It's 1 per guard for each citizen.
Oh,
so
1
it costs
for guard,
2.
yeah. Yeah, we'll do 2. We'll do 2,
Corner that down.
which will
Oh,
lower.
did you finally open the cornet?
Mm-hmm. It's been.
I've never tried them, so I don't know.
Yeah. No. I do like
Were you the one that left them?
No.
Somebody did.
Yeah, and I know they've been there for a while.
Interesting.
I don't
Okay.
even know what a cornet is. I've never tried.
Yeah, go for it. They're just
They're nuts with coins.
they're like easier to chew nuts.
Oh, you know what? You know what it reminds me of? Corn puffs.
Yes. Yeah. Or like to me like bugles because they have a very corn flavored or Fritos maybe.
I'm not much of a bugle. Yeah, it's been a while since I've bugle.
Gotcha.
But like size and texture wise,
Yeah.
they have corn puffs.
And since they're a little
All right, so these have to be like with the green showing.
Mm-hmm.
Or kicks. Remember kicks?
I did not see those, so I'm gonna. Yes, kicks. Oh, it's been a while. Okay. Okay.
Guys, I suck at this game.
All right. That's all he can do, right?
That's easy.
That's done.
Yeah.
Okay. Her turn. She's going to move to the central square. Or central. Yeah, central square.
Right.
But
She's moving.
oh, she cannot. She can't afford it.
You go in Central Square by this route.
That would be the
Maybe
cheaper
5.
route. Yeah, that would be 5, and she does not afford. She
So
cannot
she
afford
gets
that.
caught, right?
So she goes there,
Okay.
but she's detained along the way. Ooh, detained.
Hero captured by guard.
Yeah, it's still a detainment. So I'm going to choose to increase master plan by 1 because you guys are going to win anyway. So I just want the win to be less.
No, we gotta roll a die first.
Why?
If you do not pay for the trust for the guards in the district, if you don't have enough trust to pay for exiting district, you'll need to rely on luck. Return all your remaining trust to the common reserve and roll the escape die. There are 2 possible outcomes.
Oh, right. Okay. Sorry.
So she
I'll let you roll that one.
pays
I roll
all of her stuff.
And you're going to roll that she escapes. And she fucking escapes.
Escapes. The escape die shows an icon of a running man. You slip past the guards, enter the next district on your route. If you haven't reached the destination district yet, there are at least 1 guard. So it would have stopped here because she didn't have enough to pay to go through there.
Right.
But then she escaped. So then she could go here. Because she could afford going from here to here.
Right.
Going here to here, she couldn't
Right.
afford. So then she escaped and she got there. You suck. I don't get my thing. It's not an automatic thing. I don't know how I'm supposed to win with the Great Machine. I really don't understand how to win with the Great Machine. I'm doing it all wrong. That's what I know. Because there's nothing I'm doing that's negatively affecting you guys. Nothing I'm doing.
Yeah.
Well,
You're
what's
doing
her
bad
action?
guessing. So now it just proceeds as normal. But she has no money, so it has to be
Because you
something
guys
that's free.
are going to win at the end of this round.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because I'm going to have 2 failed raids, which is going to be plus 2 discontent, plus an extra discontent is going to be plus 3 discontent. So then you're going to be 3 discontent away from winning. And your very first action next round is going to be, you know, go here.
Yeah.
and-
Except for your action's gonna be to go in there and show this.
I think all she can do is take
Yeah.
one of those.
Okay.
All right.
And then action 3, he's staying where he is,
I knew he was.
and he'll do a freebie action of
Oh, wait a
holding
minute.
somebody.
He's staying.
Yes, he's staying.
How does he pull somebody? I thought he can move somebody that's in his district.
That's his special, though. His
Oh, okay.
medical inspection.
Gotcha.
He can pull from one adjacent district and identify them. So he moves somebody towards there.
Okay. All right.
All right, and that's the heroes.
Okay, so I have 2 failed raids. So on each failed raid, you should say it somewhere. Where's the? Just read the thing on failed raid. I'm pretty sure it's discontent that goes up on each. So,
Looking for else. Raid actions.
whose idea was it to play this game and make the Great Machine?
No hero ended in the movement in a district or a raid. At the end of the round, discontent raises by 1 for every failed raid. That is it.
And then this says discontent raises by an additional 1 if there was at least 1 failed raid. There was. So you got 3 free discontents. You're so close to that, you're going to win. And then at least 1 hero chooses an access card in a major. Yes. So I go up 1, big deal, because you're going to win. Okay. Shit. Okay, next. I suck so bad at this game. Okay.
All right, so now we need some money.
Well, during this round only, each hero in a major district may take an action to look at 1 arrested famous citizen and return it to any district as identified.
Oh,
I haven't arrested any.
well, but the 3, don't they count as arrested?
Yes, they do. And then action cost is 1 trust per guard. Master plan advances if the Great Machine decides at round's end to return 2 arrested famous citizens to enemy districts, which I will want, which I will absolutely do. But it won't matter because I think this is automatic link to you guys, right? Can we reach
I
that?
think so.
So I don't even think we're not gonna get to the end of this round.
Well, we could be playing for the wrong thing.
I take 12.
Oh, these guys only take 2 each.
That's true.
That is a problem.
I'm glad you remembered that rule. Yeah.
He gets 1. So
It's per
Yeah.
non-broken guard. Or?
No, it's per citizen, but since they're together, they have to divide that.
Yes, so it's 4 divided by 2.
Mhm.
Got it. Okay. So pick your things that I am done for. I needed to have sacrificed the early rounds to put out directives and things to try to slow it down. But these directives don't really, even these directives, just they're not big things. Everything just costs. There are just more different actions I can do, but everything just costs 2 mons. So it's like I have so little that I can actually accomplish. Because I have to move these guys 2 per, and then anything they want to do, they can only do 1 thing, and it costs 2 to do the 1 thing. And so it's like I have to perfectly guess what you guys are going to do in order to have any hope of doing anything. If I cannot perfectly guess what you're going to do, then I'm just completely nerfed out of. There's nothing. I mean, I just can't do anything. Because moving guards to a location only matters if that's going to be a location you can try to move through or do an action in. Can't do anything. Except for make Leonard the Great Machine.
right.
Or some other player of the Great Machine, and then I get to be on the winning ally.
He doesn't have as many options.
Next time I play, I'm going to be Revolutionary and win the game.
There you go. It might also be a little skewed, and we might be finding that too.
Nah, maybe you do full co-op. Maybe the game knows how to play the against you.
Um, I would say um, I would vote for that one personally. But I'll let you make the final call on that.
Well, man.
Let's see it.
Okay, I see that.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna do, you do that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I think we're locked in.
Okay. Um, I'm going to go there and I'm going to enact this directive: confiscate. As an action, a servant may discard up to 2 trusts from a hero in the same district, and that costs me 2 bonds to do. So then so spend 2 to move there. I'm going to do this for a raid, and 1 raid applies to all heroes in the location, but you guys are going to be moving. I'm doing more. And I lost track if I had paid for something. I was here 4 to enact this, and then go here and do a raid. That's 4 more, so I have
Gotcha.
Okay. So then
I'm just gonna reread this slowly.
um, okay. Doctor has 1. And he's here. And he can leave for free. Currently. He's got 2, right? And she's got 3. For move in here, and then I'm going to spend the other 2 bonds to take 2 away from. It would cost him right now 2 to leave here because of the 2 guards. If he doesn't leave here, he's going to be detained.
Right.
If I take 2 away from her, she also cannot afford to leave. I wish I could take 1.
1 from each or something.
Yeah.
Right.
He can do 2 actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not necessarily. It could possibly be.
Right. Can't raid and do another action.
Central Square. What can you guys do in Central Square? I know you've been doing, but that's the only thing you can do, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
But does it cost you anything?
It does.
What's it cost?
It costs
It doesn't list the cost here on mine.
increased discontent by the number of famous citizens in the single square, minus the number of guards. I'm pretty sure everything special actions are always cost. Yeah.
Oh,
Things
right.
are-
Okay, there we go.
The only difference is the game money there is free.
Okay, so
That's the exception.
okay. So that is. See, there's no way I can stop you from winning because all you have to do is stay there. And
I have a question, which is, if you raid and so that raid there, if anybody stays there,
Will be rated.
they're
They'll
all
be
raided.
Yes, everybody.
They're all, can you do different actions for each
Oh,
one?
that is a good question. Yeah.
I believe so. I think it's resolved each one individually.
Probably.
When the heroes are detained, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's for each hero.
Okay.
I'm taking 2 from the guy who can do 2 actions.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Because she will only have 1 action. She could go here, but he's going to get detained. If she goes here, she can't. What can you do in the Tower of Law?
And we can eliminate that.
But I've used it already, so that's fine. And then
Oh, yeah.
We can also make you.
Oh, I thought that stays there.
this stays in play,
Yeah.
but I don't care if you
He's
remove
gotten
it.
he's gotten the benefit that he
Oh,
expected.
it only happens
Yeah.
once.
No. It's just that
He's
I'm
happy
saying,
with his ROI at the moment.
yeah,
Okay.
it cost me a lot to do, but I'm just trying to find some way to screw your plans.
Right.
And the only way I can think of to screw your plans is to take money
our
away
money,
from
yeah,
that,
we were counting
that you
on.
were counting on having.
Yeah. That's fair.
Right, it's a good idea.
Okay, so then, she could stay here, but she's going to get, if she stays here, if either of them stay here to try to raise this to 10,
Successful raid.
they will be detained,
Right.
and I will just choose to end their actions.
Sure.
If they, well, him, I don't have to end his action because he can't afford anything.
Right.
I can just take the advancement on him, and her, I would end her action. If she moves, wherever she moves to, she could move to here and afford to do something, but there's nothing useful for her to do other than move that. I doubt you had chosen her to go there.
She could also just plan to roll dice all the way across the board.
Yeah. with your skills. Yeah.
I've been
I
rolling
mean,
really
theoretically.
well. I've been rolling well.
Okay, this is my Hail Mary. This is the only.
Yeah.
This is the only way I don't just immediately concede is if I raid there
Yeah.
All right.
and
so
took
done?
their money.
I think that's fair. And you did stymie.
Yeah. No,
We might still be able to pull it out, but we did stymie.
I am moving to the Velvet District, but I'm gonna have to roll to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I do.
there
I
we
make
go.
it, so he goes to
Fine.
there. And for his action, he has no money now,
He has no money.
so he can't do much of anything.
You can take 1 coin for free, but your second action has to be different, so you can't do that twice, right?
Right. I think that's all he can do, though.
You can
If
get
I'm
1
wrong, but I
trust.
think that is all that he can do.
Yeah, so he will take a trust.
All right, what's she
That's it.
doing?
She is staying where she is.
Sweet. Well, she
When-
doesn't get to do anything.
Well, her thing is when you are detained in a raid, discontent either increases by 2 if the great machine chooses to finish your turn, or you receive 2 trust if it advances the master plan. So, so discontent increases by 2 if you end her turn, or she gets 2 trust and can continue her turn
Well, her turn would be
to increase
discontent by 2.
Yeah. So it's kind of the same for us either way. I think I know which one you're going, but yeah, I think.
I mean,
If I just do this, then she has to spend the money and she doesn't get the money. Right. So I think this is because otherwise,
Yeah, she
She would
gains
get-
2, but she has to spend it again instead of automatic. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And you wouldn't have any benefit, at least this way it ticks up for you.
Yeah.
So that's her discontent. And then, yeah, she will spend.
But this is not a failed raid, so
Correct, yeah,
Correct.
it's not a failed. But she is going to do that action, raise discontent by the number of famous citizens, by the number of guards. So she can only increase it by 2, and she has to pay 2 to do so.
well, hold on a second. No, wait a minute. No, I don't think we're doing this right. What did you choose to do? Detain?
well, she is detained, and I chose to raise because on the assumption that she was going to be able to do her thing anyway because of her special ability.
Yeah.
I chose to raise my master plan by 1. So then she finishes her turn.
Oh, okay. So you're going to raise the thing, which then stops the actions.
No, I don't think it's one or the other.
Advances, and
Advance.
then our action precedes as normal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
that's where it's a little confusing.
So yeah, her paying 2. I think the real difference is just whether you get.
Well, wait a minute. Let me think about this. Because if you put the money back for the moment,
Yes.
and I will put this back for the moment. Because here's the thing: if I end her turn, I also get to take. Do I get to take money from her? And either take.
No, you don't get it. Well,
Yeah.
it discards.
Oh yeah.
So if I take her
Yeah,
money
that's
that she
true.
can't afford to do.
Well, but automatically. I mean, yeah, that I guess that would be a possibility. She wouldn't afford to. She also wouldn't have the action to, but it would automatically raise discontent by 2 just because that's what her ability is.
So I would take all of her money. Discontent raises by 2, but that stays there. Or this increases here. She gets 2 coins. She spends those 2 coins. She's going to increase discontent by 2. So it's either do I want you to have 3 coins or do I want this raised? I'm going to raise this because I'm not going to win either way. But this just gets me
Closer to the
yeah.
finish line.
So you get your
Well,
coins.
there is another option,
Yeah.
not to help you, but there is another option.
Yeah.
Is you could no, because she still gets to make the turn. I was gonna say you could take that access card from her, and then she can't do that access. She can't do it that there.
No, that doesn't stop her from doing her
But
action.
she's still gonna do that action this time.
Yeah.
But she would have to leave.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter because he's going to spend the money and put this here, and then somebody else is going to do something else to raise discontent by 1.
Okay.
All right. So you raise that.
So you get 2
gain
coins
and then spend it to raise 2.
Okay.
And then the position, he's staying where he is, so I do think that we win.
Did you spend
I
the
think
money?
we can just do this. Oh yeah, she not
gained
really,
2 and
she
spent
gained 2 and spent it. Yeah. He's not moving, so he's just going to raise discontent by 1. So that should be game end.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Is that in the round or?
Let's just see. 0.
I did not play well at all.
Or since it's a race, it might be immediate. I don't know, like whoever hits.
I'm
their-
sure it's immediate.
successful riots and, oh, no, we still have to have another riot.
No, two possible ways for us to win.
Yeah, successful riots in 3 districts, or
Oh.
successful riots in 2 different districts
Oh.
and raising
Yeah,
the
okay.
district.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this just
we need one more riot.
This
so.
just reduces the riot threshold to 2
Yeah.
instead of 3.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so that's
Okay, one more round.
That's good for me. Okay, so now the round ends, and I will return 2 arrested citizens.
Yeah.
I get to look at these and return 2
Yeah.
arrested citizens. It's not going to matter, right? But here, and then I get to put them
Yeah, I think you choose where to release
in
them.
any districts. How about in a district that cannot riot again?
There you go.
And that advances this.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay. Not as dire, but not as immediate. It wasn't immediate game. over,
Yeah.
so not as dire.
Yeah.
Because that's a guaranteed win.
Is it? The art district?
I mean,
That?
yeah.
Control nexus. We should get our income.
Okay,
and
income.
We'll also get the
Well, here, we're going to reveal
the
this.
city event card. Yeah. And I guess that always does happen first because that could.
Flying carpets. During this round only, before heroes choose access cards for this round. So before you choose access cards, you may reposition 1 district.
Okay.
The master plan advances if all major districts are connected at round's end. And that's not going to happen. Because there's just no way that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
If all
These
districts
4 are connected to each other.
And we can move 1
we
district?
can move 1.
We can move that district to here.
You're right.
You want to help me?
Oh, that's if you,
That's
I
his
thought,
goal. That's
I
his
thought that
goal.
was for our
Oh
side.
No,
I was like, well, yeah.
By all means. Don't say you guys are moving this to here.
I thought you were
Right.
saying
And then
that's how,
and then all 4 would be connected, and I would
right.
that would work for me. I approve of this message.
Before choosing access cards.
do we need to move a district?
I don't think we need to. I mean, the only one we can consider is this guy.
Yeah, why would you not want to move that guy
Yeah.
over here,
Here or
or
here.
or here, so somewhere so we can get into there easy.
Yeah, I like
right
it.
here.
I'd go a little further. Be more on this end of the board, like here.
I don't really need these.
So then you can try to.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to get you some money.
They get their income, so.
Oh, and he gave us 2 extra points.
It's true.
Nice, thanks, Michael.
And I get.
Work for me, please.
I still only get 12.
And she gets 4.
Yeah, no, the writing is on the wall, but it's another round. I get another round.
All right.
Choose your things.
Yeah. How much money she get?
Oh, she's got almost max 7.
7. And to move out of that space, she needs 2.
Kind of leaning towards that.
Okay.
You're locked in?
Locked in.
All right. 2, 4, 6. I know it's a red herring, but I'm falling for it anyway. Raising discontent doesn't help you guys anymore. Actually,
Right.
it sends it back down to here. Do that.
It circles back.
Hmm. You have too many options. The riot costs you one per guard for each unidentified citizen. So it costs you 2 here. It would cost you 3, 6, 4 times 3 is 12. So you can't afford it here with anyone you have. Okay. You can definitely afford it there. So yeah, spend these 2. He became here. He's got 5. How much does he have? 4? 4. So he can definitely move here and afford it. So if he came here, he's got 5. But there are no citizens over there, so that can't be rioted. As is, I mean, you can move citizens, but I can't think of that. I put a riot, yeah, I put a raid here. I don't think you can fully move this one. Unless I'm really mistaken, I don't think you can move this one. I've already done one action thing. I could move him over here and do another action. He can do 2 actions. He's the guy that can do 2 actions. Right. So I'm going to come here and 2 and then 2 to take 2. And I think it's just, I don't get them, right? Discard.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
So I don't get it.
Gotcha.
That's just to try to nerf him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I am still losing big time. You're going to figure out some sort of way. All right, good.
All right. I think that was pretty good. stopping his Grand Citadel,
But not really.
which he can afford, but then he has no money when he gets there.
Yeah, but I don't need money. I'm going to riot.
You can't.
I can. It's one per guard per unidentified person, right?
Oh, you're right.
I have 0 guards.
That's it. Okay, that's right.
Damn it!
You did catch him though.
You caught
That wasn't the
everything. Well, no, you didn't. But she wasn't going to make it, was she?
Well, she wasn't gonna be able to do anything, but she was going to the arts
Could she
district
make
to
it
get
there?
ready later.
Oh, so
She would have
4.
It would have been
Yeah.
4. Yeah. But then she would have only had $3, so
Yeah,
she would have like identified some citizens
identify
or
some.
something. Yeah.
that would have been it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I did not. I missed that opportunity.
Yeah, like that was a strong move. And if you had anything left to
Well,
move
if you had one coin,
One guard.
one
that
guard would
done
have
it.
stopped it, or if this would have been a traitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Were there any traitors?
These two
These
actually
two are
were.
definitely traitors.
Yeah. So we were never going to riot here, or at least not.
Yep.
Not one.
Early on, I was going to risk it, and
then we did another.
and then I saw that
action
second
later.
one. I was like, well, that's nothing there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know the
2.
distribution of.
There's a traitor. There's a traitor.
Ooh, okay.
There's a traitor.
So there's 5 on the table. So there's 5 of them.
And this is not
Okay.
a traitor.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So there's 5 of them.
Yeah.
And they're doubled up in places that could definitely hurt us.
Yeah, exactly. Are there only 3 ones?
It was
I was
not.
curious about the distribution.
It was not close. You guys.
3 ones.
You guys blew it out of the water there.
What's that
More
order?
4s. That's a 3.
3.
If you hadn't moved this, then I was gonna come here and move.
Yeah, the free move was kind of nice.
Yeah, because with the control nexus I could move, and then I could just
Mm-hmm.
move that to there, and then but that would only get me one more tick on here. That would not stop your
not
raiding.
enough.
So really, it was more important to try to stop your raids, and I was like, I thought you could do it here and here. I worked out that you couldn't afford to do it here.
Right.
I didn't even look at that.
Yeah, I just was like very quiet. 'Cause you were dealing with this, and I was like, oh, well, then he's definitely going to make that assumption. And I had forgotten about the 2.
The money, yeah.
I thought you were just going to move guards over here.
I in retrospect, in hindsight, I should have.
I think like using your guards early to try and cost us, as opposed to chasing us around.
I should have got these guys out to where they would have been within striking distance. Like hanging them back for 3 rounds in a
And
row.
I also think, because it's a rule, I think taking locations away from people is somehow an issue too. But I don't know how.
Well, and it's hard to do because he only had.
I have to detain. I have
one
to successfully
successful
detain
raid.
you,
Yeah.
and then I have to choose to do that versus advance the master plan.
Right.
But the thing is
and you don't have a way to make this go back down.
Exactly.
Well, not easily. There was this one here pacified.
Interesting. Okay.
Once per round, a servant in a minor district may spend an action to drop discontent by 1, only if this does not drop discontent to a previous state. So I could move it from here to here, or from here to here. But I can't move it from here to here. So ultimately, if you're moving it by increments of 3, it's not really worth it. I thought that was doing more
I think
damage.
so. Yeah, I think so. And it is interesting how effective busting up.
Well,
the
the
guards
busting up the guards was effective because it.
I mean, I should
on the space.
I can only have 3 of those in play, but I didn't get to some of these. I'm sure some of these are more powerful.
Right.
So I'm supposed to be hunting the deck for these. I'm supposed to be getting these out to where they're at least threatening you. But I thought my big brain play in the first round just completely backfired because it not only did nothing to you, but it moved guards out of places that I later then had to spend money and actions
to bring them back.
Yeah. Well, but I think that's a strong thought to say, oh, these guards block money from being spent, and then you realize that money.
You guys get so much more trust than I do bonds. It's ridiculous.
Well, yes and no, because the thing about it is
we messed up a couple of times.
We're like, limited at
moving
6,
him there
7,
was
and 8.
kind of rough because he got no income for.
If you figure this, if it's 6, 7, and 8, and you have to spend 2 or 4 every time to move, then it is problematic because now I'm down to like 3 things, and there's enough of something on there.
Yeah.
I think 4 is overkill. I think a strong 3 guards solves your thing of making cost rise and us not identifying the things keep us from rioting willy-nilly.
Right.
Because if there's 2 or 3 guards there and we have any number of these, that's 6.
Yeah.
Well, but
like we have to have one for every guard you have. We have to have one.
I will say
character.
the performance thing that I'm required to say. Good game.
Good game.
I don't know if we played a good game as much as
I played a bad game.
maybe.
It is interesting.
I didn't say that, but I'm not going to disagree.
I would not mind playing it again, but I don't think I would be the great machine the next time.
Yeah. I think the thing that is fascinating.
Did you run across a better way to box this than when you had it? Or
not
it doesn't
necessarily.
really matter?
It was including the expansion.
Yeah. I think the thing about this is figuring out how to talk about what you want to do while the other person is there.
Well, we're about 50-50 about like
I think
saying it directly versus lying.
Yeah.
Well, you really don't have to talk because you just show. I'm thinking about going here,
right? But the thing is,
doing this, and you just point at the action on the access card.
Sure, but what needed to happen once was
we wanted an order.
We wanted. Oh,
but
I was stacking those where it wouldn't fall over, but you knocked them over.
We all have our priorities.
Oh my gosh! I'm just trying to help here. I'm just trying to get these visionary.
These need to go to the bottom because these are really only necessary for this. So, well, I say solo or co-op, and I wouldn't mind trying this at the co-op.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm curious how relentless.
Let the game, run its pace and see, and just see if it does a better job than I. Well, obviously we'll do a better job than I did, but see if it does enough of a job to make this challenging, like a pandemic is.
I don't know if it will or not, but it feels like that's because it's not quite like a clock situation. Like sometimes I'll play Terraforming Mars solo.
What is the countdown thing? Like if we got to the countdown, is that a clock or what happens if it?
Yeah, what happens if
theoretically nobody makes their objective by that point?
In each it just sets an ongoing thing. In each closing phase at step 3, advance the master plan by 1.
Oh, okay.
For the rest of the game, don't draw any more city event cards.
Gotcha.
So it's just this is just going to start moving automatically. Okay. So you guys got to get on it.
Somebody's going to win at least. Yeah. So the game will always end instead of be a draw.
Right.
Gotcha.
Put the trust. That sounds good. Stuff in there.
No, I mean, I like the components and I like aspects of the gameplay. I'm just so stuck on how horribly I did that it's hard for me to fully analyze it.
Do you want those cardboard bagged, or do you want to put them in like these trays?
whatever you think is.
I mean, you could very easily put these here,
There's a third one of those.
these three here,
Yeah.
and those three that you don't really need down here.
Yeah.
And you have room for one more thing if you wanted it, but that's
That
pretty good.
You can put that over there. I'm sorry. On top of it, put these below.
I mean, the co-op might be pretty different because we have whole new, like we don't have the die.
Yeah,
we have,
okay,
we have
what
a
have we
new
done here? These are
cardboard.
character cards. Let's put the
And there should be two others.
all the characters can go right here.
Okay.
That makes sense. And then those are the things and the directives can go on top of them. Those are just the reference cards.
Yeah.
This goes in there.
Okay. Right. Well, good game. Thank you guys.
Yeah, I like seeing I think the wheel is my favorite component. Like you were talking about components. Just it's fun. It's a fun tracker, and it is nicer, less fiddly than like a cube going up. You know, it's like you can bump it and shift it, and it holds its place. So it's functional too.
Well, and I will say this, Michael. As much as you're right, the first round put you at a big disadvantage.
Yeah.
But I do think there were times that we were like, oh no,
no, not that.
and I think it's some of that is you're just afraid you're going to get hit, and you're not paying attention to how much you're ahead or behind. You're just like, oh, I don't want to get detained.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of opposite FOMO situation where the adrenaline of not getting detained or not getting caught by the machine does create some panicky kind of like. And I was playing. This is not necessarily fair. I was playing at least 3 rounds with the goal of doing exactly what I did at the end, which was I'm just going to get there and riot and see what happens and fail.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's going to be a crapshoot, which is not strategy. That's a dangerous person to have in the game.
It is strategy because what's your penalty for failing a riot? Nothing really.
I think failing a riot. I think that would be I think that would be a detain, and I think that's an automatic detain. It says in the rules. It looked like there was enough of a penalty that I didn't want to do it without at least some information, or in your case when the cost was free.
Free,
sort of yeah. Which I'm glad you knew it was free. I didn't think that we could do it.
No. I looked at that like
messes up our plan.
I looked at that like
It's plus per guard per
Yes, I thought, oh no, he's taking it away from me. So I looked the second time. So when he did it, I also thought, okay, we've just.
The master plan, so a failed right, the master plan advances by 1, which I have so much to go that really Hail Mary and a few riots isn't going to really.
True.
Right.
And then the Great Machine may immediately arrest any or all of the active citizens in this district for free.
Oh, the citizens. Okay, so we don't get detained, but the citizens can be
arrested
okay.
for free. And because you have to, in order to do the riot, you have to basically pay to turn them all up.
Right.
And then any of those that would be active are the ones that would count towards the riot.
Yeah.
But if they, but the thing is there are so many districts that you can riot in, and you only need to riot in 3 or realistically 2 towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
Because there's really no way I can stop discontent.
But the thing is you kind of made a little bit of a bonehead move. We also made a bonehead move with that moving.
We messed up some income.
Moving all those people out.
Yeah. Which
leaving, which captured.
Then he was stuck.
He was stuck down there for the most of it.
Yeah.
Able to help a little.
Right.
But
it's an interesting thing.
Good game. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
I think if you would have got trapped down there with him being
sending people out is good, but not getting rid of everybody because they're the source of income.
Well, I say this: if you would have been stuck there, where he's in a position of power, you would have had to risk rolling,
right,
to get
to where money was.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think any other way to do it.
Right.
Or we would have had to send somebody over to the control nexus
To move it.
to send money to you.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Like we could have done that. You send somebody and they send money to you.
Yep. Wire
But then that district only had like 2 or 3 spaces on it. So the most you can collect there is
it's
6.
Oh, 6.
If
You're right.
you keep it to yourself, but you could do 3 to you and 3 to somebody else.
Yeah. Interesting.
You're right. It's like a wire transfer.
Yeah, I kept forgetting about thinking of the citizens as the income,
Right.
which they were.
Yeah.
Like twice I messed that up.
And I also think like the positioning on that initial could change the game drastically.
Yeah.